Hi, it's Paul here from InterAcct Software. Today we're going to have a look at Superstream and using CBUS to do your Superstream. So it's just one of the options that we allow for. We can use it just about any gateway, but Superstream and the CBUS one is my popular one. So I thought I'd do a video just on that. So if we come into this button here, once we've entered in our pays, we've calculated the tax and the super. We've paid done the pay slips. At this stage I haven't actually done the employee pay, but I'm going to skip that for the moment and go straight into Superstream. And it will select which pay point, which in my case I've only got one, and then just who is doing the who's approving it, which I'll click on myself here. Okay, and then once I get into here, the steps are going to be this. We're going to firstly create a Superstream file. That's going to create a file that's it's going to be a CSV file, which we'll find in this folder, and we can import that through the gateway, in this case CBUS. And once we've made the imported the file through CBUS, we'll then be able to use whatever our bank is to make the payment through the bank. But if we wanted to have a look at it, we can have a look at it under this one here, the payment batches, or we can just confirm all the batches by clicking this button here. So essentially, the steps are going to be create this, we'll create the file, open up your gateway, then import the file that's been created under your Superstream files, and then go and pay that the file or go and pay the payment for it through your bank, and then come back to InterAcct and then confirm that payment batch. So let's just run it through. So we'll go through this first. So it's saying there's 3 employees, $486 in total. I'll say yes to that. It's going to then going to pop up a file for me with all my details in there. Which is all fine, and so it's got my 3 lines, my three people that I want to pay. So that's the file, which we'll be able to re-find it if we want under this folder here, which is, as you can see, it's got the folder is actually the pay run, and then it's got a batch number after that. So in this case, 100,000. So that's how you can re-find it when you're using CBUS to go and find the file. It's just under a Superstream subdirectory and then CBUS in this case. Sorry, yeah, and then the file reference in this case. So then we can use this button here, which will open up CBUS for us. So popped up like that. You put in your username and password to get into CBUS, and then import the file. One of the main things you might want to check for is there's a little cog up in the corner here, so you can click on that and you can see the date format for CBUS. So if you need to change the format, you can click on that and choose a different format. I know there's different gateways have different defaults, but I always keep seeing different ways that they do their dates, and so I've got quite a few options there of which ways the dates are formatted. So you can just click on that, change the date, and then when you create your batch, that's the format it will use to create the file. Now, if for instance you wanted to change the batch and we want to cancel this batch, we can come into this line here and select this button here to cancel the batch or cancel the file. And I'll just do that just for the example. So it's canceled that file. You can see now it's now canceled. You'll still see it underneath the files for that particular under there, but that's now a cancelled item. We really could delete it. It's not going to be used again. But if I now go and create the Superfund file again, we can do that. So that's handy if, for instance, you have forgotten to put a person into your pay and you want to redo it, or that the format's incorrect or there's something erroring on the data when you've imported it and you want to recreate it, then you can rerun it like this. So I'll just do that now. And now when we come into the payment batches, you'll see that there's a cancelled one and there's one that's ready with the 3 employees on it. So then same sort of process, open up the gateway, import the file, and then go and pay it through the banking if you need to do that. So yeah, this this button here also pops up and links to whatever bank in this particular example. So that's popped up with the Westpac banking. So it should link to your banking software. If it doesn't, again, it's got a little cog there, and you can change the defaults here. It's going to try to use that business one as the main one if it can, and it'll use the personal and then the normal website if it can't find the business one. Coming back to our process, so we've just created the file, we've got the batch sitting there. If it's all good and okay and you've gone through your process of importing into your gateway and then making that payment, if you want to then confirm it in InterAcct, you can hit this button here, and that confirms that. As you can see, it's pretty quick. So if you look at your payment batch now, you can see that it's now successful. It's got an EFT reference there. If we pop in there, we can have a look at the super payment, and it's in there just as if it was a normal super payment. Okay, so there's the total amount, and then that's what it's made up of. It does have a payment type of super here, so that's something a little bit new as well. So what it means is when you come back to your payroll setup here, and if you look at, in this case, transactions and your manual EFT payments, you'll see your super lines and your employee lines in your EFT batch. So a payroll / super fund type payment rather than an accreditors payment. If we look at our pay run, we've got that Superstream file. We've created the batch and we've created the payment, and we've confirmed it. After we've actually put it into our gateway and then done the banking for it. So when we come back to it, you can see that it's got it now, the last batch number. So rather than coming through here and clicking on this line, we can just click on this one here. It will go into that particular batch. Just a bit different. If you've got any questions, you can send me an email at support@interact.com.au. Have a good day. Bye.